The mighty dollar king of the currency hill. The US dollar has long been a symbol of economic power and stability, but now, more than ever, it stands tall above the rest. The US dollar is flexing its muscles. It's not just a piece of paper, it's a powerhouse in the global economy, showing off its strength and resilience. It's currently the strongest it's been in over 2 decades. This rise isn't just a fluke. It's the result of various economic factors, including interest rates, trade policies, and global demand for a safe haven currency. That's right, folks, the greenback is wearing the heavyweight champion belt in the world of currencies. What does this mean? It means that in the financial ring, the dollar is knocking out its competitors left and right. It means your dollar is buying more in other countries. Whether you're traveling abroad or purchasing imported goods, your money is stretching further, giving you more bang for your buck. But hold your celebratory champagne toasts. There's more to this story than meets the eye. While a strong dollar has its perks, it also comes with its own set of challenges and implications. Remember the dollar index, DXY? No? Well, it's a crucial indicator that measures the dollar's value against a basket of other major currencies. It's like a report card for the dollar's performance. Well, it's like a popularity contest for currencies. And guess what? The dollar is winning by a landslide, capturing the top spot and leaving other currencies in the dust. The dollar is prom queen right now, outshining rivals like the euro, the pound, and the yen. This dominance isn't just about prestige. It has real-world consequences for global trade and finance. This surge in value means your dollars are working overtime when you travel or buy imported goods. It's like having a VIP pass in the global marketplace, giving you access to better deals and more purchasing power. But like any good action movie, there's always a flip side. A strong dollar can also mean higher costs for US exports, making American goods more expensive for foreign buyers. This can impact businesses and the economy in unexpected ways. So, while the dollar reigns supreme, it's essential to stay informed and understand the broader implications of its strength. Soaring high. Why is the dollar so strong? The US dollar has been on a remarkable journey, climbing to new heights and showing incredible strength in the global market. So, why is the dollar riding high? What factors are contributing to its impressive performance? Let's dive into the details. Well, it's a bit like a financial game of chess. Every move is strategic, and the players are constantly analyzing their next steps. The strength of the dollar is no accident. It's the result of careful planning and strategic decisions. The US Federal Reserve, or the Fed as the cool kids call it, has been steadily raising interest rates. This move is designed to control inflation and stabilize the economy. By increasing interest rates, the Fed makes borrowing more expensive, which can help cool down an overheated economy. They're trying to put the brakes on inflation, which has been about as subtle as a marching band at a library. Inflation has been rising rapidly, affecting everything from groceries to gas prices, and the Fed's actions are aimed at bringing it under control. Higher interest rates in the US are like a giant neon sign for investors around the world. It's a signal that the US economy is strong and that investments in US assets are likely to yield higher returns. They're like, hey, look at those juicy returns. Investors are always on the lookout for the best opportunities. And higher interest rates in the US make it an attractive destination for their money. Suddenly, everyone wants a piece of the US dollar action, driving up its demand. And you guessed it, its value. As more investors flock to the dollar, its value continues to rise, creating a cycle of increasing strength and demand. This phenomenon is a testament to the interconnectedness of global markets and the pivotal role the US dollar plays in the world economy. Interest rates, the Fed's big lever. Think of interest rates as the Fed's big lever for controlling the economy. When inflation is high, they raise rates. This makes borrowing more expensive, which, in theory, slows down spending and cools down prices. It's a delicate balancing act, like trying to juggle chainsaws on a unicycle. The Fed's rate hikes have been anything but subtle. They've been aggressively raising rates, which has supercharged the dollar's rise. It's like giving Popeye a double dose of spinach. Safe haven, strong dollar. But wait, there's more. The US dollar also benefits from being seen as a safe haven currency. It's like the financial equivalent of hiding under the covers with a flashlight during a thunderstorm. When global uncertainty rears its ugly head, investors flock to the dollar. Think about it. The US economy, while not perfect, is still seen as relatively stable and resilient. So when things get hairy in other parts of the world, the dollar becomes the go-to currency for safety and security. Section 5, the pound's plunger dollar drama. Now let's talk about the British pound, which has been on a bit of a roller coaster ride lately, and not the fun kind. Imagine being on a roller coaster that only goes down with no thrilling loops or exhilarating climbs. That's the British pound for you right now. The pound has taken a tumble against the dollar, and by tumble I mean it's doing the economic equivalent of a belly flop from the high dive. Ouch. One word: Brexit. Yes. Brexit has been the catalyst for this dramatic plunge. The uncertainty surrounding the UK's departure from the European Union has left investors jittery and the market unstable. The UK's decision to leave the European Union has created a whole lot of uncertainty and volatility in the British economy. Businesses are unsure about future trade agreements, and consumers are feeling the pinch as prices rise. The political landscape is also in turmoil, adding to the economic instability. Add to that some questionable economic policies, and it's a recipe for currency chaos. The government's attempts to stabilise the economy have been met with mixed reactions, and some policies have only added fuel to the fire. The lack of a clear and cohesive economic strategy has left the pound vulnerable to further declines. The pound's woes have only served to make the dollar look even stronger in comparison. As investors seek safer havens, the US dollar has become the go-to currency, further widening the gap between the two. The strength of the dollar is not just a reflection of the US economy, but also a sign of the pound's weakness. It's like winning a race because your competitor tripped over their own shoelaces. The dollar's rise is not solely due to its own merits, but also because the pound has stumbled so dramatically. This situation highlights the interconnectedness of global economies and how the fortunes of one currency can impact another. Section 6, the dollar's global dance, winners and losers. The strong dollar is like that friend who always wins at Limbo Impressive, but it can make everyone else feel a little inadequate. Countries with weaker currencies are feeling the heat. A strong dollar makes imports more expensive for them, which can fuel inflation. It's like trying to pay for your groceries with monopoly money, but it's not all doom and gloom. A strong dollar can also be a boon for countries that export goods to the US. Their products become cheaper and more attractive to American consumers. It's a classic case of economic swings and roundabouts. Section 7. The price you pay. How a strong dollar hits your wallet. So how does a strong dollar affect you, the average American? Well, if you're planning a trip overseas, congratulations. Your dollar will stretch further, meaning you can enjoy more gelato in Italy or souvenirs in Spain. Think of it as a built-in discount on your next vacation. However, a strong dollar can also make imported goods more expensive. That fancy German car or that Japanese gadget you've had your eye on? Yeah, they might cost a bit more. It's all about supply and demand, my friends. Section 9. Beyond our borders, the dollar's global impact. The dollar's strength isn't just an American story, it's a global phenomenon with ripple effects all over the world. Emerging economies, especially those with large amounts of dollar-denominated debt, are feeling the squeeze. A strong dollar makes it more expensive for them to repay their loans, which can lead to financial instability. Central banks around the world are playing a high-stakes game of currency Jenga, trying to manage their own economies in the face of the mighty dollar. It's a delicate dance, and one wrong move could send the whole thing tumbling down. Section 10. What's next for the dollar? Crystal ball time. Predicting the future of the dollar is like trying to guess the ending of a Christopher Nolan movie. It's anyone's guess. The dollar's strength could continue if the Fed keeps raising interest rates and the global economy remains uncertain. However, no trend lasts forever. Eventually, the dollar's rise could slow down or even reverse. It's all a matter of when and how gracefully it happens. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Section 11, Conclusion, Riding the Dollar Roller Coaster. The strong dollar is a double-edged sword, bringing both benefits and challenges. It's like a roller coaster ride, exhilarating at times, but also a bit nausea-inducing. The key is to stay informed, be prepared, and enjoy the ride as best you can. After all, it's the only currency roller coaster we've got.